There's a powerful ArtPrize entry at Fountain Street Church, bringing awareness to the prevalence of domestic violence.
Michelle DeSelms talked with the artist about how she created her artwork.
At first glance, it looks like pretty pictures, but there is a deeper meaning behind each element up here.
Yes. So the artwork is called Beside, Between, Beyond. It's part of a awareness campaign. And the campaign is to raise awareness about domestic violence. Domestic violence all over the United States. And some of the pieces particularly highlight immigrant and refugee communities. So each of these frames holds a specific story. It holds a piece of data that has been translated into art for the viewer to see. But then when you step closer, read some of the text within it, and visit the website, you will see that there's so much more that goes into creating a piece like this.
So, for example, explain the butterflies.
Yeah, so butterflies are is a metaphor for metamorphosis, right? Like change. How does change occur? So this artwork talks, the butterflies are cut out of visa paper. This is a specific kind of visa that victims of domestic violence have to fill out within immigrant and refugee communities to be financially independent, to be able to work in the United States, because most of the people who are within these situations do not have a work permit. And that's such an important part, right? The financial independence. So it could take up to 7 years. So what I did was I took the actual visa papers and then cut them into butterflies.
You interviewed a lot of people, talked to a lot of people, but also, and are telling their stories, but also keeping their privacy.
Right, exactly. It is a very, it's a very important part of the trust that you build with the people you interview. So they have to relive their trauma when they're talking to me, right? They go through one of the worst moments in their lives. And the reason that all of them talked to me was because they understood that I would protect the privacy of their name and their story. So I only took small bits and pieces from the story, the life of this person, and kind of presented it with their permission in an artistic form. But some of these stories, it's important to tell the story to the public as well, for people to understand the horrendous situations that some people are in.
And I would imagine for some people to recognize themselves.
Exactly, exactly. And also find the courage, okay, this person went through something so traumatic and now is at the other end of it, and they find hope and meaning in that other person's story.
Good. Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.